spitting. So I got my cap on. Me can hear my kids in the window messing around. So Tyler's just got home. She's got the white car at the end. Now that white car there behind me, I think is my wife's friend, but she's not here. So what have I done today? I haven't done any driving today. I walked to Morrison's. It's not far. Just over half a mile to walk to the supermarket and buy the spaghetti stuff. I'm with lovely Ella. Hello. Say hi. Hey. Hey. Hey, 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 hey. Just say hello. I'm sure she's starting to understand that we're talking to. Are you talking? Hey. Hey. Give it, kiss it, kiss it, kiss it, kiss it, kiss it. Kiss it, kiss it, kiss it, kiss it, kiss it, kiss it. So yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna do the walk, even if it rains. I've got a hat on my hoodie, I suppose. Hi, Frederick. I got your couple of comments. Thank you. Hi, Lorna. How's it in Scotland? How's the weather up there? Have you seen the Loch Ness Monster yet? Give him my regards. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Neve. How are you? So I have done 2 lives this morning. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. I was going to do a video in the house, but my wife kicked me out. Hi, Teresa. So my wife said, you're going to have to go because I'm mopping all of the kitchen. And then I want you to let it, it's mild, is it? Well, it's cold, a bit windy and slightly raining, but it's only spitting at the moment, but it's quite cold. Hi, Chicky Blue. So, Ella's happy. She's been dying for a walk. So I should have put my warm coat on, but I'm going to brave it. Yeah, my wife kicked me out. She said, I want to mop all the floors and I want them to dry. So you're going to have to go. And I just started doing a video with you guys. But because I'd only just started, I stopped and said, okay, I'll go for a walk. It's windy here and you haven't seen the Loch Ness Monster. Oh, I do. I see them on YouTube. Hi, Tammy. How are you? Tammy likes the Loch Ness Monster, don't you? The Loch Ness with the lock. So, I see a few Loch Ness Monsters on YouTube. Trust me. Have you guys seen any Loch Ness Monsters on YouTube? Woo! I get a few, baby. There has been a few sightings. So I've got a bit of an ulcer here. So I'm talking funny, an ulcer in my tongue. So let me just try and remember what so both the lives we did this morning, I think they were both about an hour long. We played Manny's video, yeah. What was it? It was about Priscilla. Surprise, surprise, the Memphis Mafia. Oh, that's good, Tammy. So Manny's video, it was a script that I did about 4 or 5 days ago. Hi, Anne. It's really the topic to this morning, even though we were talking about the Stanleys and the Memphis Mafia, stuff like that, and Priscilla. What the real topic was about, the usual, and that is why these people that Elvis loved suddenly felt that they had permission to betray him. That was the topic of both my lives. Yeah, it's a very common topic, isn't it? I feel like we keep going round in circles on that topic, but I'm constantly trying to understand it. It's like, honestly, I'm constantly trying to understand it. So why people that like you and love you and say they love you would do so many things against you after you died. What do you guys think? Yeah, I asked you, I'm going to bring you on this live stream. Let's bring you guys in on it. why would so many people that say they love you and like you then betray you and backstab you, double cross you without ever apologizing, and then well, not apologizing properly, and then stand by it. Say, yeah, truth is truth. I'm proud of what I've done. Why? I'd say I wouldn't. If I had let down a friend, if I had let down a friend, people who love you would never betray you. Exactly. I agree. But there is a weird kind of love that these people have for Elvis, but it's a very odd love. Yeah. I'm very loyal, me. I'm a very naturally hi midshipman. I'm a very naturally loyal person, me. So I can't imagine betraying anyone. So sadly, some people have no loyalty. That's Neve. Yeah. And obviously money makes people do silly things. Uh they humble and they size themselves up next to him as equals. Yes, I see that. I see Chicky Blue. I understand that comment. They thought they were equal to him, so they felt like he owed them. They felt like he owed them. Like, oh, why him? Why can't I have what he has? Do we think Chicky Blue? Do you think that went on? Why should he have it and not me? They were loyal to Elvis's money and the comforts that came with the comforts that came with being around Elvis. The benefits. And there was a lot. Yeah. It's funny because I watched Jealousy. Wow, that's a good one. Thank you, Neve. I really believe there was a lot of jealousy, a lot, like extreme. And I actually think a lot of the jealousy that went on, Elvis was not aware of it. Elvis was not aware of the just how extreme the resentment was towards him from the people that he thought loved him the most, including Priscilla. I think he started to become aware of it. I do, because Elvis wasn't stupid. Yeah, he had good instinct, didn't he? Yeah, I heard they were clambering to be the favorite. Thank you, Tammy. They all wanted to be the favorite. They were jostling for position. I've heard that being said by the Memphis Mafia in their interviews. Elvis wasn't stupid. He started to figure out that there was stuff going on behind his back. He had Elvis had good instincts. Even with Priscilla, I think Elvis started to wise up. You know, where he was initially sort of, because I do think that Priscilla being a beautiful woman was a problem for Elvis. Now, guys, you'd be surprised. A very beautiful woman has power, and and she had quite enchanting. What's the word for her? I've read things about Priscilla. In fact, yesterday I was reading about her. I think it was in the book Child Bride. Wasn't he going to get rid of people? Yeah. Well, yes, we've been told that, haven't we, Tammy? There was a list of people that were going. I think Larry Geller said it as well, didn't he? But Priscilla had a way about her, a charm, yeah. In the book Child Bride, I think I was listening to it on Joe Sins. Someone sent me a Child Bride video that Joe Sins did, yeah. And he was saying, and when he was reading it out, I mean, I have read Child Bride, but when he was reading it out, the boys that Priscilla was going to school with said that she stood out not just because she was beautiful. I mean, not just because she was this sort of small, beautiful woman, young girl. It was also because she had a charm about her. There was something about Priscilla that was quite I'm trying to think of the word that Joe Sins used at Rare Elvis photos. It was oh, I'm trying to think of the right word. Almost yeah, like a spell. Priscilla could do a bit of a spell on people. She would use her personality and her looks to win people over, to be noticed. Priscilla knew that she was being noticed by the different boys that she went to school with. Yeah. So I think Elvis was under that spell a little bit. They forgot Elvis person only wanted the legends. Yeah, spellbound. I do think Priscilla had a way about her that was a little bit. Elvis was taken by it. Oh, I've heard that before, Kel. But Elvis was taken by it, by her, wasn't he? No matter what anyone says, when Elvis came back to America to film GI Blues in 1960 and to make a few albums and go on the Frank Sinatra show, I know he went back to Anita Wood, yeah, but he did he was thinking about Priscilla sometimes. Now I have heard that she made sure the contact was kept. Now we do hear about letters and records being exchanged between Elvis and Priscilla, but it's never been proved, has it? No one has ever found a letter from Elvis to Priscilla, from Priscilla to Elvis. Has anyone ever found one? If I'm wrong, guys, put me right in the comments. But I don't think there has ever been a letter found from Priscilla to Elvis. You tell me, guys, has there? I know that there has been with Anita Wood, because Anita Wood, her daughter Juanita, wrote a book. And there's quite a few letters in that book. They're lovely. They're beautiful letters from Elvis to Anita, from Anita to Elvis. Elvis was very lonely at first, wasn't he? When he first goes to Germany, obviously missing his mum. Yeah? Uh, yeah, but hi Elizabeth. But has there ever been proof of letters? I know that she says there was letters. I've also heard they would send records to each other, 7-inch records. Like one of them was Soldier Boy, wasn't it? Lorraine said it was probably so. But did they even exist? We know about phone calls, don't we? They would allegedly phone each other. This is all part of the fairy tale, isn't it, guys? Obviously, I call it a fake fairy tale. Yeah. We don't know. Hi, Angie. No record of any letters that you've heard of. Yeah, so Neva's never heard of them. I've read about them. I think it's in the book Elvis and Me. Oh, it's getting windy. I've read about the letters. I've read about them sending the records to each other. I've just never seen a letter. That's all. No, but what I will say, no, I think Anita found a picture. Anita was with Donna, wasn't she? With Donna. She found a picture of Priscilla in Elvis's drawer. There was a Valentine's card he sent her. Right, I don't know about that. I'd like to see that. If anyone's, yeah, she tore up the picture. That's it. I love Anita Wood. I think she's amazing. Anita Wood is one of my favorite people. But even Anita, guys, I've watched the interviews. There is there is an element of Anita where she obviously is slightly heartbroken with how they split up. There is. I sense it in the interviews. You know, they're really, they're brilliant. She did brilliant interviews on. I've watched them on YouTube. Yeah, and she was stunning, beautiful lady. And the book Once Upon a Time. Is it Once Upon a Time Elvis and Anita? It's a lovely book. It's a lovely book, but you see the romance start to fade. You know, it starts with a lovely book. Yes, that letter is public, but nothing more. You mean the Valentine's card? Is that what you mean? A letter that Priscilla wrote to Elvis begging him to let her come back to Grace, and Anita spoke of it in the interview. I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that, Tammy. Honestly, I would need proof of that. Does anyone know about that? Because I'd love to see that. I'd be heartbroken if Elvis broke up with me. Yeah. Yes. I've never heard of that Priscilla wrote Elvis a letter begging him to come back. Nah, sorry. I've heard about a conversation that they had. Yeah. Oh, I'd love you to find it. Thank you, Neve. All right, let me sort Ella out. I've heard that there was a conversation and Elvis said, "You ain't coming back." I've heard that, but not a letter. Not a letter. Didn't there was something said in a divorce deposition? I think something like that was said. Is that right? The divorce deposition. There was. Is that, you tell me, guys. It was in that, wasn't it? I might. I think you misread it, Louis. 1 second. Just a second, guys. Remember, I'm learning. I'm no expert. Please remember that. Whoa. So she seems to hold some kind of so yeah, yeah. Remember, I'm not a researcher. I'm just Louis the fan walking down the road with his dog. So I'm no expert. Priscilla wrote to him from Germany and Anita found the letter. Yeah, I have. I'd love to see that. I'd love to see that. Yeah. Uh, be quite a good topic, actually. We could put it on Facebook. If anyone's got that, put it on Facebook so we can discuss it. I'd quite like to talk about that. Yeah, so my point is that it's pretty obvious Elvis was taken by Priscilla. He was like not in love. I don't think he was in love, but there was some kind of fascination, maybe, or maybe a little bit of, I don't know if infatuation is the right word, but there was something so to keep her on his mind. Of course, we've heard that Priscilla made sure they kept in touch. Yeah, I have heard that. But come on, guys, we have to be honest. Elvis wouldn't have allowed Priscilla to come to Graceland unless he wanted her to. I've never seen the letter, and he said that in an interview. Right, okay. Interesting. We're learning, guys. We're learning together. Team Elvis, we learn together. Kirsten, your chance to go to see Scylla in Bad Newheim. Yeah, yeah, there's a big event, isn't there? So, whatever happened, let's have a look. Donna was there with Anita. Yeah, when the photo was found. Right, interesting. We still need to see it, guys. We need to see it. We want proof. Um, didn't she rip it up? Also, Elvis would know and found. Yeah, the picture. I know about the picture. I've seen Donna's video. I've Donna told me herself. Yeah, I know about the picture. She was trying to get him jealous with her new lovers. Who was trying to get who jealous? Who are we talking about now? I missed that. Sorry, that went very quickly. Who was trying to get who jealous? Um, so if you are you talking about Priscilla? Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I think if Elvis had caught Priscilla with someone else, I'm on about when he first met her. Priscilla to Elvis. Oh, you sure about that? Not when he first met her. I think the first. Do you mean the time when they were apart? So obviously you've got around 1960. Are you off work? Are you, Anne? Take care. She was innocent in a way towards him. She was innocent in a way. Well, he thought she was innocent, but I don't think she was. Child Bride definitely says she was not innocent. Yeah. She had a few boyfriends. One of them was other. That's what Child Bride says. You know, obviously everything we say is for entertainment purposes, not a fact. We're all learning together, guys. So Elvis liked her. I don't care what anyone says. Elvis liked her when when she first came over. Yeah, I do agree he may have been tricked. Yeah, he may have been hoodwinked. I do agree that Elvis thought she was innocent. I definitely do believe that. Yeah, yeah, he'd fallen for it. You know, the whole dressing up in a sailor dress, all that stuff. He fell for it. So the point I'm trying to say is that I mean, just talking about her getting him jealous. I don't think Elvis with her if he thought she'd had other lovers. I'm on about when he, you know, in 1961, 2, 3, those years, and when he met her, 59. So you know, it was different once she moved over to Graceland around 62, 3. Then things changed. You know, he was going away, making his movies, so he would leave her at Gracelands with everyone, yeah, wives and other people. If he knew he would, yeah, I agree, midshipman. When he first met her, you know, I'm on about when she first came over, 62, 3, 4, 5, those years, there's no way Elvis would have stayed with her, in my opinion, in those years. Now, once they got married, yeah, and had Lisa, it was different. He, you know, allegedly, if he found, I don't know when he found out about Steve Peck. Some people say that Elvis never found out about Steve Peck, the dance instructor, the one that she's admitted to in her book on page 262, the book Elvis and Me. I actually don't know for definite if Elvis found out that Priscilla was with Steve Peck, the dance instructor. So I'm trying to read your comments, guys. I do think this once Lisa was born, that Elvis sort of had no choice but to stick it out for a while because Elvis was against divorce. Come on, we know that. You know, he was a very serious Christian man. He would have been completely against divorce. Now, I'm sure he probably realized that he'd made a big mistake marrying Priscilla. Yeah. Yeah, I know about the pink envelope. So no, he would have heard from Memphis Mafia. Yeah. Lorraine is her first, but if I remember. So she definitely admits it in on page 262, calls him Mark, yeah, in her book. But that was 1985. She doesn't say, I don't think she says if Elvis found out. I don't know. I've never had it proved. I've never had someone clearly say to me, Elvis knew about Steve Peck, the dance instructor. I have done with Mike Stone. With Mike Stone, I've had a few different things. I've had one of the Memphis Mafia sort knew about it, a couple of them. And I've heard that Lisa said, oh, Elvis was kissing Mike Stone. You know, these are just things I've heard, guys, not a fact. We're just having a discussion. I ain't no expert. Put me right in the comments. Anything I'm getting wrong, put me right in the comments. I am not a researcher. I'm just like you guys. I'm a fan and I read stuff. The trouble is, we never knew things from Elvis's point of view. Yeah, when it concerns the book Elvis and Me, Priscilla's book, definitely. When it concerns the book Elvis, What Happened, definitely. Even Billy and Marty and Lamar's book, Elvis, that was in the 90s. You know, even the book we discussed today with Billy Stanley, Rick Stanley, Dave Stanley, and Dee Stanley, that was in the 1980, 81. This is the problem, isn't it, guys? That Elvis never had his say. Elvis never had his say. And that's what makes it so sad. And but isn't that the basis of our channel? Our channel defending Elvis, yeah? Right, let me just stand over here, let these people get past me. They have all contradicted themselves so many times. They definitely have. Steve Peck was sitting with Priscilla at the Elvis 68. Come on. You know what, Tammy, I've seen that picture, but it's blurry. It's very blurry. Do we really know 100% it was him? I've had that picture sent to me 50 times. Yeah. Do we know it was him? Can we prove it? Is there any any proper evidence that says it? The bit I read is that he went to the 68 comeback rehearsals with Priscilla, and then he got cold feet and said to Priscilla, "I don't want to carry on." Yeah, but Tammy, can we prove it? This is the bit. How can we prove it? Was there a witness? You know what I'm like, guys? We have to prove these things. Very important to me. It's like if someone mentions a letter, I want to see it. I've looked for Steve in the footage, but he was hiding. Well, there we are. See, we never proved that was him. Wow, news to me. That's crazy. We must try and back up what we say. Steve Binder said it in his book. I didn't know that. Elvis stay away from Priscilla. He didn't want her there. Right. So can someone send me that? Steve Peck was a Californian resident. Can someone send me the bit where Steve Binder says it? I would love to see that. They were all cowards, waited until Elvis's death before they started the trashing. Well, that's true. Oh, well, I don't know. Red West Dave Hebler and Sonny West, they did it just before he died, didn't they? It doesn't, my Pat, it doesn't surprise me because of the special filmed. Rick, do you think Steve Peck was there? Rick, Priscilla knew that she was getting with Elvis, but she presented a false picture that she was to Elvis. She sang, "Oh, you got to keep those comments shorter." Mary, hi, Mary. Mary, quite contrary. I got Steve Binder's book, but only on Audible. If anyone's got that page, let me see it. I want to prove all these points. I like to read them out on my lives. It got worse when Lisa died. It was a free for all. Well, I don't know. Don't forget, Lisa died. I don't agree with that. Because when Lisa died, don't forget, Lisa only died 3 years ago. No, the real bad time. We need proof, Tammy. Stop repeating yourself. Find me some proof. Proof. We must prove what we say. Otherwise, we look silly. If we can't prove what we say, we look silly. Right. What was I thinking about? There are Steve Binder interviews where he talks about. Oh, I'd love to see those, Kirsten. I'd love to see those. I think most of the trashing happened in a lot of the trashing happened in the 80s and 90s. That was when everyone was offering large amounts of money. This is why Lisa Marie was so upset, because it all happened right in front of her. There was no internet then. Yeah. So we couldn't defend Elvis. We couldn't defend Lisa. So I actually think after the 90s, it died down a bit. Louis, do you think all this would be going on if Lisa was here? Yeah, I do, because they didn't care. Patty, they didn't care about Lisa. All of the trashing that happened in front of Lisa. She was all alone. There was nothing she could do. Yeah. So, yeah, I do. 100%. That's part of the reason we defend is because Lisa was so badly treated. Lisa's own mother left. Yeah, I agree. Lorraine, I'm with you on that. Elvis and Lisa Marie both eventually saw the real Priscilla and each. Yeah, I do agree. And that's why I think Lisa Marie, as she got older, wised up. This is why they were allegedly estranged for eight years, weren't they? They didn't, the trashers that were making money did not care about Lisa's feelings. They did not care. If they did, they wouldn't have done it. Most of the trash books, and that includes the Stanleys and the Smiths, even her own mother didn't care. Priscilla didn't care about Lisa's feelings concerning the trash books. She didn't care. None of them cared. And that includes the Memphis Mafia, Marty Lacker, Lamar Fike. They didn't care about Lisa's feelings. What do you think Lisa would be doing now? Is that Janice Taylor? All right, in a modern... That's a bloody good question, Janice. We could do a whole show on that. That you're right. We're in different times now, aren't we? So we've got the internet. Good question. What would Lisa do now in 2026 to defend her dad? You guys can help me on this. I think she'd be screaming at the top of her voice. I think she'll be supporting Team Elvis. I think she'll be having a go at the Smiths. I think she'll be having a go at the Stanleys. What else? Let me just think. I don't think she'd be talking to her mum. I don't think Lisa and Priscilla would be talking. They would have fallen out over the film. Well, they did fall out over the film. They did fall out over the film. You know, the Sofia Coppola film, yeah? So I think Lisa in the modern internet YouTube world that we now live in, you know, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, I think Lisa would be a massive defender. I think she would really be defending her father, really big time, and fully supporting her kids, Riley, Finley, and Harper, 100%. She'd be fighting for Riley, 100%. The other thing, she would be cheering from the rooftops about Epic. Epic for Lisa would be like climbing Mount Everest. Lisa would have gone ahead with the lawsuit against Priscilla. Yeah, Neve, I think you're right. Is that a new name? Hi, Vernon. How are you, my friend? How you going, my mate? How's Vernon keeping? All right? Do 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 do. Yeah, that's a bloody good question. I want to do a whole show on that. Yes, she would have loved. Oh yeah, come on. Of course. It's actually a great question. What would Lisa do now under these circumstances? I'd be very interested to know how Lisa felt about Bridget Cruz. I'll tell you that. You know, the lawsuit with Bridget Cruz. I think, let me just think about it a minute. Oh, that's a difficult question. How would Lisa feel about the Bridget Cruz Priscilla lawsuit? Well, don't forget, Bridget is fighting Priscilla. So, oh, yeah, definitely. I can imagine Lisa Marie accepting an Oscar award for Elvis for Epic. Yeah, because obviously we know Baz Luhrmann's going to get an award, isn't he? But it's Elvis that should get the award because he's the star of Epic, isn't he? Elvis is the star of Epic, so he's the one that should be getting an Oscar. Yeah, a Grammy award, not Grammy, a Golden Globe award. Lisa learned love from Elvis. She said she never felt love or protected again after Elvis died. Hi, Mary. That is so sad, though, isn't it? And I agree. I agree. Come on, Lisa had a very kind heart, but she was a tough girl. She was a tough girl. Yeah. It's like people keep saying Elvis is all about love, you know. Yeah, I know, but he was also very tough. He wasn't a wimp. Elvis was no wimp. He knew how to stand up for himself and his family and his friends and the people that he liked, the people he worked with. Elvis stood up for everyone. Bridget was helping her mother, so Lisa wouldn't have seen her as Team Priscilla. It's a very complicated one, isn't it? With Priscilla, I'm not sorry, with Lisa, how would she feel about Bridget? I agree. She was helping Priscilla. She was. Don't forget, there was a time when Bridget was involved with Priscilla in a way we would not be happy with. I have to be honest. If Elvis was alive, would you have him on your show? Are you kidding? Are you kidding? Are you kidding? Me and Elvis would be best mates because I stand up for him 7 days a week. Would you talk about Elvis on, and would you talk about, what would you talk about to Elvis on your show? I've never been asked that question. I'd probably be stuck for words. I'd probably go bright red and be stuck for words. I'd be like speechless. I'd be like. I think that's how I would be if Elvis was on my show. That's an honest answer. The space missing with him gone would have been too much. He certainly was a grand man. Guys, whew, I think I might just keep walking. It's bloody cold. Woo, hang on a minute, guys. Do-do-do-do-do. Guys, shall I just keep walking? I'm going to keep walking. We've done 1.5 miles. I'm going to keep walking. My wife will probably ring me and tell me off. Right, let's go. Amazon man's moving for me. Keep walking. So 1.5 miles done. Now we're on the second 1.5 miles. Yeah. Hi, Linda. Linda, I love your comments on Miss Sam's Miss Sam's video. Ask Elvis what his favorite jumpsuit is. Do you know what? I'm not into the whole. A few people have done this with me. I'm not into the whole. Uh, I, how can I say? You've got certain people, and they're experts, aren't they? And they know everything. They know all the jumpsuits. They know all the jewelry. Everything Elvis ever owned and wore, shoes, everything that Elvis owned. I'm not into all that. I'm not into all that. It's never been my thing. I'm not a collector type person. I just love Elvis in anything. I don't care what Elvis wears. I love him. Yeah. So Linda, oh, he looks amazing in leather. Come on, he looks amazing in anything. No one looks as good in a jumpsuit than Elvis. We've got Emilio Santoro. He's an Elvis tribute act in my hometown. He's world famous. Emilio, you guys know him, yeah? He's from Western Supermare. In fact, I'm going to see him in June in Western. I know his family. I've met him loads of times. I know his parents. But my point is, he looks amazing in leather, but he doesn't look as good as Elvis. No one looks as good as Elvis in leather. But Emilio looks really good. She'll let you pay Bridget back what she owes. Oh, it's very complicated, isn't it, Frederick? I'm not going to talk about the lawsuits now. I'm bored of the lawsuits, to be honest with you. I'll leave that to Rhonda. Rhonda can do the lawsuits. Yep, but no one looks as good as Elvis in full stop. That is so true. That is so true. I don't know. Lisa came close. Lisa Marie came close. Tammy, you're being cheeky. You cheeky monkey. Well, his army shots are bit, aren't they? His shots in the army are in '58 are pretty good, aren't they? Yeah, Elvis in shorts. Come on, girls. Anyway, so Bridget and Priscilla are birds of a feather. I do understand. It's a difficult one, guys, because Bridget has been very kind to me and very friendly to me, and whenever I've spoke to her, she's been very respectful, and so I do treat people like they treat me, and she has been good to me. If Elvis came back to life, what restaurant would you take him to for a meal and where you live? Oh, I'd take him for a steak dinner. I'd take him for a steak dinner. Come on, ribs and steak. There's a restaurant behind me, a beautiful, a beautiful restaurant that does steak and ribs and prawns and all that. And calamari, all that stuff. That's where we'd be going. Steak and ribs. Steak and ribs, baby. Well, you know me, I'm a carnival. Duh, duh, duh. And yes, I was going to say about Miss Sam's, the comments in Miss Sam's, you guys have given me some very, very nice comments. Linda did some really good ones defending me. Thanks, Midshipman, defending me on Miss Sam's YouTube channel because there was a couple of people that jumped in that tried to turn Miss Sam's against me. I like my steak medium. Yeah, I love a bit of steak. Hi, Larry. There was a couple of people that went on Miss Sam's comment section trying to turn Miss Sam's against me. Now, of course, Miss Sam's laughs at these people because she knows they're bullies and haters. One of them left a really long comment and listed all the people that I've fallen out with. Did any of you see that? Linda, did you see that? Oh, the bushes are blooming. Yeah, they are, Frederick. Look at that. Woo! There we are. Beautiful. So did any of you see that comment on Miss Sam, one of Miss Sam's videos? Yeah, Linda saw it. Now, I quite liked it. It listed all the people, all the YouTube channels that I've fallen out with. Now, the funny thing is, because obviously I read that list, yeah? I had a good reason for every person. To remember, this is what the stalkers do, yeah? The bullies, the anti-defenders. This is what they do, yeah? Of course, Tammy, I would love to. Now, this is what the stalkers do, yeah? They did this list. Look at all the people Louis fallen out with. YouTube channels, yeah? And I tell you what, I love that list because every single one of them trashed Elvis, betrayed Elvis. And remember, all these people I fell out with was because they were anti-defending Elvis. Would you have Donna Presley on your show? What would you ask? I've already interviewed Donna Presley. She's been on my show. Don't forget, I talk to Donna a lot. Donna tells me loads of stuff, guys. Honestly, the stuff that Karen and Donna talk to me about, amazing. And Ginger Oldham, I've had a few messenger chats with her. Ginger has discussed things with me. I'm very lucky. Even Billy Stanley said a few things to me, answered a couple of serious questions for me before he turned on me. Even me and Mindy Miller, we talked for ages. I've had very long chats with Mindy Miller, very long chats. Anyway, let me get back to the point. So one of these stalkers, one of these haters, let me just get past these dogs. Yeah, I get on really well with Mindy. I get on really well with Mindy. Yeah. But anyway, Mindy loves to talk. You know, when she phones me, we are talking for an hour. Right, let me just talk about something. So someone sent me the list of the YouTube channels that I'd fallen out with. Okay. And I tell you what, I broke down that list. I'm not going to name them, but I'm just going to go through a couple of them with you. There was one I fell out with, the very first one I fell out with. Dude, and let me just get past these people. So the very first one I fell out with was the tea lady. Okay. I'm pretty sure it was the tea lady. Now, remember why me and the tea lady fell out? Because she was trashing Mindy Miller. Okay. It was that simple. And then she went on for a year slating me and my family, saying that my wife's going to leave me and all that. Bearing in mind, my wife had cancer when she was saying it. So there's number one. Then you had, I'm not going to name any of these people, okay? Then you had the one that said that it was not Priscilla's fault at all that Elvis and Priscilla split up. And what did he say? Let me just try and remember what he said. He called you guys friggin' idiots for thinking that Priscilla had anything to do with why Elvis and Priscilla split up. So that was number 2. Okay. I'll go through it, guys. I've got a good reason for every person. And then that channel went on to make weird videos about me and trash me every day for over a year. Okay. That's number 2. Number 3, we had a channel, a channel that when I met only had, I met this channel. I'm not going to name him. And he had about 660 subscribers. And I really liked his channel, but his channel was our AI. It was artificial intelligence. Yeah. So you had an AI person. And the reason I liked that channel was because he did a really good medical video. He did a video about Elvis's different health problems. And I really liked that channel. So because I liked it, I started promoting that channel. Linda, you know who I'm talking about, don't you? So let me just keep going a minute. Now, I was promoting that channel. That channel grew stronger and stronger. Eventually, I said to that channel, put yourself in your videos, talk yourself. Linda, you remember? I said, talk yourself, put yourself in the video. So first of all, he started talking. Yeah, Jane will remember. Eventually, he put himself in the videos. Now, this channel was sending me money, coffees, telling me that he loved what I did. He was thanking me for defending Elvis. This channel loved me, loved Team Elvis. This channel became a very good friend to Team Elvis and got to know all of us. And then one day, nothing happened. Nothing happened, yeah? One day, this channel just turned on me, shut down his Facebook, and went completely against me, and nothing happened. So that's number 3. Linda, we know who we're talking about, yeah? And that channel has gone on from strength to strength. I am the reason that channel put himself in his videos, yeah? That's number 3. Let's keep going, guys. There was a good list, that was. Right, I'm trying to remember the names of them now. Right, I'm going to stick with my topic now, guys. My topic is going through the channels. Okay. Right, let me just think. I'm trying to remember the channels now. Right, I got it. So the fourth one posted. Yeah, Linda, there was no reason. He just turned on me for no reason. Nothing happened. Yeah. The fourth one I remember now was the D. Stanley thing. Me going on one that he's playing the full-length version of the D. Stanley video. We fell out over that. Okay. Now, I just gave my opinion. I just said, I don't think a channel should be playing the full-length version of that Gerardo show. That is all that happened. Then that channel, that person who I won't name, went on one. Yeah, attacking me for months and months and months, over a year. And who joined him? Remember who joined him? Elvis's cousin joined him, attacking me, attacking one of the Facebook researchers, attacking Derby Shaw. So that's the next one I fell out with, okay? So we know about that. All I did was bring up that the D. Stanley video, it should not be played in full because it was disgusting and that he was the only one playing it in full. So that's that channel. But because of that channel, I fell out with 2 other channels, okay? So you had the female channel, the one that Larry likes. Larry, your friend, yeah? So because of the D. Stanley video, I fell out with 3 people. Right, next. Come on, let's go through it, guys. I got nothing to hide. Right, let me just think who the next one is. I need to think, guys. I need to think. Let's think about now. Right. The recent outbursts. The recent outbursts that we've had. Okay. I brought up that I wasn't happy that Linda Thompson was talking about Elvis smoking pot at Westgate. That got a reaction from a cousin of Elvis. There's that one. Okay. So, so there's your reason. Okay. I'm defending Elvis against Linda Thompson trashing him at Westgate, bringing up drugs in 2026. Okay. So he obviously likes her a lot. So that caused that outburst. Again, I'm defending Elvis. Come on, let's keep thinking. Oh, yeah, here we go. I just remembered another one. The one who recently has interviewed Billy Stanley. Okay. There's the next one. Okay. Now, what happened with her? She did a review on the book From Here to the Great Unknown, and she was fully supporting Priscilla, making excuses for Priscilla. So I did a review. And I said that I didn't like her views on Priscilla. I didn't agree with them. I thought they were very unfair to Elvis. And then she shut her channel down. Yeah. Are you understanding what I'm saying to you guys? Are you understanding what I'm saying with you? Right, there we are. That's a good one, Frederick. We'll mention that as well. So, so I fell out with that female channel because she was supporting Priscilla. Yeah. I thought she was very unfair to Elvis. Remember, I helped that channel grow. I pushed around 500 to 600 subscribers to that channel, and I promoted that channel for 6 months. In fact, when she restarted her channel, I helped her. I promoted it. When she came back and decided to come back, which was because of me, because I spoke to a friend who knew her, a friend of mine who knew her, I said to him, can you speak to her and tell her to restart her channel? Okay. So when she restarted her channel, I gave her a boost. Now, remember, once the anti-defending Elvis channel started, and once the cousin was attacking me, she was straight in there trashing me, which is why I gave her a nickname. Yeah. So that deals with that. I fell out with that woman because she was supporting Priscilla. It is that simple. Next one. So, Rick, are you still there? Because I got nothing to hide, guys. The next one. The guy who makes tubs. The guy who makes tubs. Spa guy. Yeah, come on. He's got an interesting channel. Now, remember why me and Spa guy had our differences. It's very simple. Yeah. I am against the book Elvis, What Happened. I am against the book Elvis, What Happened. The other thing why I fell out with Spa guy, because I don't agree with the ambulance. I don't agree with the ambulance. So I'm just reading your comments, guys. I don't agree with the ambulance being at the dojo. That's my right. I don't agree with the book, Elvis, What Happened, and I don't agree with the ambulance. And that is why I fell out with Spa Guy. Yeah, he went on to do a load of strikes. He was actually really cruel to me. Really, he sent me some horrible emails. Yeah, but that is why I fell out. I'm entitled. I am entitled to be against the book Elvis, What Happened, because I see it as a betrayal. And I think the ambulance being in the dojo is bloody weird. I think it's morbid. Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah, Elizabeth, you remember. And I don't think Dave Hebler should be getting interviewed at the dojo. I don't agree with it. I don't think Dave Hebler should be getting his ass kissed. Yeah, there we are. Neve, it turns your stomach. I'm not going to call him names. I'm not going to call these people names. I'm just saying I'm allowed to have a different opinion. It's that simple. Yeah. It's that simple. It's right. Have we forgotten anyone? Have I now listed all the channels? Guys, the pool boy? Have I now said, have I covered it all? Is there anyone I've missed out? Because every single person that I fell out with, I have given you genuine reasons why I fell out with them. And it was all in the name of defending Elvis. I'm trying to think, is there anyone else? Come on, guys. Now's your chance. Anyone watching? Any of you trashers watching? No, the singer was because she supported the guy who has the D Stanley video. That was that, yeah? Hello. The singer was because and she took the mick out of my health problems as well, guys. The singer took the mick out of my health. You know, I used to have health problems, yeah? The drink. Yeah, the worst one is the drinker, yeah. He's nuts. He's completely nuts. Come on, guys. Any others? Remember that. Remember, many of these people have gone on to stalk me in the weirdest way, making videos about me, which is so hilarious. I laugh at these people because when they make these weird videos about me, they show who they are. They show their true colors. They show that they're completely nuts, completely bonkers. They need help. Yeah. But come on, anyone else? Anyone else? Let's do it, baby. I have nothing to hide. Nothing. Yeah. And then, right, let's just talk about. We miss Salvatore, don't we? Salvatore, if you ever watch, you know we love you. So now let's just talk about normal Elvis fans that are falling out with me. Yeah, okay, we'll do that. Yeah, the research. Elizabeth, you're good. Now let's talk about the Facebook researchers who I'm not going to name. They set up a channel, a messenger Facebook group to turn people against me, my group, and Donna and Riley Q. I repeat, the Facebook researchers, they set up a secret chat to turn people against me, my group, Riley Q, and Donna Presley. That is why we fell out. That is the reason. Now, so what have I done wrong? Now, I've already mentioned her, Robert. The reason I fell out with her is because she was supporting the guy with the D Stanley video. I've already mentioned that one, yeah? I actually, do you know what? The one that can't sing, she doesn't bother me. She's harmless. She's harmless. She's not vile like the others. Some of the others are vile. She's not vile. Yeah. She's just a bit silly. She's just a bit silly. Come on. Yeah. Come on. Now's your chance. Throw it in. I will answer any questions. So yeah. So I've explained to you about the someone running past. Sorry. So I've explained to you about the all the YouTube channels. If you can think of any more, guys, I'm quite happy to answer questions. Yeah. Yeah, they don't. Yeah, Janice, you're right. I'm prepared to talk about things that they don't want to talk about. They want to kiss the arse of the trashers. And that is why they don't like what I do. They want me to be quiet. They don't want me to show the world that they are kissing the arse of the people that trashed Elvis. It's that simple. Come on, stalkers, go ahead. Ask me any question. Ask me any question. I'll answer it. I got nothing to hide. It's like with the Facebook researchers, where they used that video of my boy Tino because he kept shouting out that name. That had nothing to do with me. When my little boy was shouting out that name, it had nothing to do with me. He just happened to start shouting the name. It was not pre-planned. It just happened. So it's very unfair to use my boy, to pick on my little boy. Very unfair. Remember, when these people have no argument, what do? They attack me and my family. Yeah. When they have nothing to say, because they know they're in the wrong. They turn on me and my family. Don't forget, one of them sent me the most disgusting email you could ever send a father. That email, which I can prove and I can show people, is one of the most disgusting things ever sent to me in my life. And remember, that person is still stalking me with weird videos. That same person is still repeatedly stalking me with weird videos. He's a nut job. He's a complete nut job. Uh, yeah, but it's the reason they do a low blow is because they know they're in the wrong. They don't have an argument, guys. Do you not see that? Ultimately, what do? I defend Elvis. I defend Lisa. I defend Donna. Woo! I don't know if I want to walk down this bit. It's dangerous. Yeah, so now we're going to talk about just the normal people that just I'm not. Please don't name anyone, Frederick. I don't. Can you delete that? I don't want to name anyone. We do not name people. You should know better, my friend. I'm not here to name people. So now let's just talk about normal YouTubers now. Let's just talk about normal YouTubers, yeah? They don't want, let me just let this car go past. Normal YouTubers that are against me, they don't want Elvis defended. It's that simple. Frederick, stop naming people. Frederick, can you delete that, please? I don't want to name anybody. Okay. Right. As I was saying, the YouTubers that are against me, okay, they are against defending Elvis. They support the trashers. That is why I've fallen out with them. It's that simple. The people that I've fallen out with are against defending Elvis. They don't want Elvis defended. They want to support the trashers, the family, people like the Smiths and Stanleys and the Memphis Mafia. It's that simple. Oh, thanks, Frederick. Cheers, mate. I just prefer it that way. Look, remember what I keep saying to you. These people exposed themselves with their actions. With their actions, yeah? You only have to read the comments of these people to know how vile they are. That's all you have to do. Go and read them. Mary, can you delete that, please? Mary, please delete that. Right. You only have to remember no names. You know I love you, Mary. Right. You only have to read the comments of these people to understand how vile they are. Yeah, Linda, which one are you talking about, Linda? Obviously, don't name them. So, guys, look, I'll give you an example. Yeah. So you got the old anti. Yeah, but there's a few, Linda, there's a few. There's a few. Give me the first initial. Linda, give me the first initial. Yeah. Ah, right. Yeah. Yeah, I can't believe it. Linda, I can't believe that she's turned on us because I really liked her. I miss her. She was lovely. I really liked E, the initial E. Yeah. I really liked her. She was Greek like me. I really liked her. I can't believe she turned on us. Don't forget, there's a certain level of ass kissing the Facebookers, isn't there? So I think that was because I think Linda, the reason I think we fell out with E is because she likes the Facebookers. Yeah, I think it's that simple. I think it's that simple. So yeah, right. As I was going to say about the yeah, so the anti defending Elvis channel, yeah? If you go on there and read the comments, you'll have the same 20 people talking about Louis. That ain't normal. That is not normal. That channel is set up to be anti-defending Elvis and anti-Louis. Anti-Donna as well, but it's mainly anti-Louis, okay? You think about it. If you've got 20, 25 people talking constantly about Louis, that's stalking. That is stalking. No matter what anyone says, you go and read the comments. It is the same 20, 25 people talking constantly about Louis. That ain't normal. That ain't normal. These people are stalkers. They're very angry, very bitter, very vile. They got nothing better to do. But do you see my point, guys? So when people say, oh, why has Louis fallen out with so many YouTube channels? I've just told you why. Because I defend Elvis and they don't. I defend Elvis. They are against it. Got it? Even you mean to tell me there's a channel against you? Midshipman, are you kidding? Midshipman, there's about, I think we named, how many did we count? 6? Was it 6 channels we named, guys? You've got 6, I think it was 6 we named, yeah? Every single channel I've fallen out with, I have a genuine reason. And it always boils down to they are against Elvis defending. They support the trashers, whether it's like the latest channel is a Priscilla lover. Yeah, he's a Priscilla lover. I know it. Yeah. Yeah, but Rye, I'm used to it now. Midshipman, I'll never ignore them. I will always expose them. Yeah, they've lost all their credibility, Mary. It's so true. I will never, ever ignore the. I won't name them. Louis, please. Oh, thanks, Janice. It's very caring of you. Thank you, Janice. I think that's it. We're home now, guys. It's been, midshipman. It's been going on for nearly 2 years. Jeff, they'll never be accountable. Jeff, they're never going to be accountable. They're just bullies behind a screen. They're just bullies behind a screen, behind a phone, behind a laptop. That's all they are. They're a bunch of old people that have nothing better to do than bully people on YouTube. Come on, let's face it. All of us Elvis fans are old people. I'm going to be 6 this time next year. I am going to be 60. This time next year, I will be 60. Yeah. This is a bunch of old people in their 50s, 60s, and 70s, even 80s, bullying. Oh, thanks. Oh, I love Michigan. These people never intimidate me. I literally laugh at them. As I keep saying, they expose themselves with their own actions. Guys, 6, 7, are you ready? 10. Coming up, guys. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 6, 7. Everyone 6, 7, guys. Everyone, come on, all you stalkers out there. 6, 7. All you people that are obsessed with me and talk about me constantly. 6, 7. Hi, Larry, my friend. 6, 7, guys. Young at heart. You got it, Kel. There's nothing wrong with being old. I'm old. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being old, but being bitter and old, that's different. Being a bitter old person that uses YouTube to bully people, that's different. You're 60 in April, Lorna. Oh, I always thought you were about 40. You got a very young personality, Lorna. Frederick, how old are you, my friend? 6, 7. Yeah, we're 6, 9 now, aren't we? You're not old, Elizabeth. You're young. You're young at heart. Seriously, this time next year, guys, I'll be about to turn 60. That's good, Frederick. Frederick, you keep on that diet, mate. Neve is 37. Oh, Neve, you're the age when I met my wife. Look, the older we get, the nicer we should be. All right, you're a year older than me, Frederick. The older we get, the nicer we should become, the kinder. Isn't that true? These people on YouTube, they're vile, and it's because they want to kiss the ass of the trashers. Honestly, guys, they want to kiss the ass of the trashers because they've been kissing the ass of the trashers for 30 years. It's that simple. When people say to me, why are people against defending Elvis? It's because they've been kissing the ass of the trashers for 30 years and they don't want to change it. They don't want to change it. They are in denial. They have forgotten about Elvis. They have forgotten about Elvis. Elvis has become unimportant. Lisa Marie has become unimportant. Now the important people are the trashers. Priscilla, the Smiths, the Stanleys, the Memphis Mafia. They have become the new Elvis. Ah, we know you're lovely, Lorna. All Scottish people are beautiful. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go. So I just want to repeat, guys. Yeah, there we are. Linda, you got it. Elvis and Lisa are an afterthought. Oh, thanks, Janice, but they'll never stop. Janice, they will never stop. It's just the way they are. It's just how they expose themselves with their own actions. I don't hate any of them. I don't hate any of them. I think this video, 72 minutes long, we've been walking for 70 minutes, guys. I have explained everything. Yeah. The reason I fall out with people is because I want to defend Elvis. That is the reason. I want to defend Elvis and Lisa. That is the reason I have fallen out with every single person that we've mentioned on this whole live stream. And no one will prove any different. And then I've gone on to defend myself. Because once I fall out with these people, then I'm defending myself. Yeah. And then when I defend myself, they try and turn it around on me and say Louis a bully. Louis defending himself they then call me a bully for defending myself. Do you get it? Elvis needs defending, guys. Elvis needs defending. I had this chat with Donna yesterday. Elvis needs defending. Okay. Take care, guys. Love you all. You're the best. Team Elvis, you rock.